Hey everyone, we are back with another mug choosing my TBR for July. I literally can't believe I'm even saying that. Like, I feel like all year I haven't really done the I can't believe it's this month, I can't believe it's that month. But I think now that we're almost in the second half of the year officially, I'm like, what do you mean we're almost halfway through the year? That is just crazy to me. But we are back with another TBR video. Our mug is going to choose our reads. I'm looking a little it's about half full now. I've got all the previous prompts just sitting here so that I don't choose them again. But I thought before we pick our next books, I just wanted to talk about the ones that I read for June and kind of just bring in a little wrap up at the start of these videos just so you can see what I ended up getting to reading, but also just what I thought of them, because I feel like so often in my videos I talk about me starting a book and then I just don't give you my final thoughts on it. Sometimes I do. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give a general wrap up of them at the start of my TBR videos. So I got through 4 books this month. 2 of them actually happened to be book club books, and then the other 2 were just other ones. So the first book that I read was To Cage a Wild Bird. So this wasn't on my TBR, but it was my planning to read because obviously it was a book club book. And we didn't love it. We liked it and we enjoyed it. And the whole time I was reading it, none of it was feeling like it was dragging. I was very caught up in it and was enjoying it. But I feel overall, I feel it didn't know if it wanted to be YA or not, because the premise of it and other things that it's similar to, I would say it was a bit of a mix of The Hunger Games and Prison Healer a little bit. So just from that, you would think oh yeah, YA, dystopian, the romance in it would be fun, all those sorts of things. But I feel the premise and the execution of it felt very YA, but then there were some themes in it that were just very much not YA. Just some talk of not nice themes, I'm just going to put it like that, but then also some quite explicit scenes. And so it was just I don't know what you're trying to be. And I remember seeing someone read it and say that they didn't really care for the romance part of it, but they liked the rest of it. And going in, I was no, I'm going to love the romance because I always do. But I get it. It just kind of, I think if it had been a slower burn for most of it and then they got together, or and then something happened, I feel I probably would have liked it more. But I think everything about it just kind of felt too easy, which for the premise of the book, it shouldn't be. They're literally in a prison where people get sent to get hunted by the rich, which is horrible. Kind of in a Hunger Games way, except instead of them all fighting against each other, it's they get kind of let out into an arena type thing. And then, yeah, rich people can pay to go and hunt them and buy certain packages and all these kind of things. And it's just all about the hype of an experience of hunting someone, which is horrible, obviously. But it just a lot of it just felt too easy. I think when you read the Hunger Games and stuff, you're just oh my gosh, literally anything could happen and they control them. But I just I think, I don't know. But again, I enjoyed reading it. So maybe you could read it for yourself and just see if you like it. I would not recommend it to anyone under 18 at all. But yeah, it was very mixed. And none of us, well, actually, one of the girls didn't read it. Other one didn't finish it. And then the 2 of us that did read it were kind of yeah. And both don't really know if we're going to read the second book because there's another one coming out, which we didn't realize going in. I'm just going to leave it at that. To Cage a Wild Bird. And then the next one that I read was Nora Goes Off Script, which this was my library pick of it. And if you saw my last vlog, I did talk a bit about it. Overall, actually, yeah, I'm not going to go into too much of it. You can go watch the other video if you want. I liked it. Didn't love it. I won't rave about it, but I enjoyed it. I liked Summer Romance more than Nora Goes Off Script. So if you've read either of those, take that as you will. Yeah, overall, I liked that it was a small town setting mixed with Hollywood. I thought that was a fun element, but I just didn't really like the main problem in the book. It just didn't win me over, and it felt like a lot of the book kind of felt wasted because of that twist. And so I think I also gave it maybe a 3.5 because I did enjoy it. It was good. It was fun. It just wasn't incredible. So Nora Goes Off Script. And then our second book club book was Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It. And this had just come out when we decided to read it, so I went and picked it up straight away. It's a fun time, everyone. I actually did enjoy it. Hey, actually, it sounded like I'm shocked that I enjoyed it. No, I did enjoy it. I guess from the premise of it, I was a little nervous going in because basically the plot is Phoebe Berman is 30 and she is a virgin, and she's like, that's embarrassing. I can't, well, she's not 30 yet. She's about to be 30. And she's like, if I make it to 30 and I'm still a virgin, that's so embarrassing, which obviously not true. But it basically was like, she just deals with a lot of, it's like social anxiety, but more in like the intimacy way. So like getting close to someone romantically like really freaks her out because of an incident that happened when she was younger. And so that's why she's like kind of still single and still a virgin and stuff, is because she like really struggles to let herself physically get close to people. And so she's like, I need to create this list and lose my virginity before I'm 30, which I don't agree with, but that's okay. And yeah, so there's like a few options as to people that she like could date. And so it was kind of like, it was just a fun book of her like having crushes on people and the world of dating, but in like a really light, fun way. There's a particular thing that happens in it that I was like, oh, I wish that wasn't how it was going to go because of then what it ended up meaning for the end. But I'll unpack that with people at book club. I won't tell you because it's a big spoiler. But actually I found out this week that this book is getting turned into a movie, which I think it would make a really fun movie. It'd just be like young adults living their life, figuring out their careers, their next steps, their relationships. And I think it will be a fun movie. And I did enjoy it. I think I haven't officially given it a rating because I was kind of going to sit on it until book club and then give it a rating. But I think maybe a 3.5. I think I would have given it 4 if the thing that happened that I didn't like didn't happen, if that makes sense. I think if that didn't happen, I wish I could say it, I just don't want to spoil. Okay, skip ahead if you don't want to know the spoilery kind of comment. Skip ahead to, I don't know, I'll put a timestamp or something. Basically, something happens that just kind of like cancels out 2 of the options at once, which means that it kind of felt in a way that she picked the third guy as like, she just kind of had to. And I was like, I would have preferred her to just like figure out who she liked and then pursue them. It felt like, yeah, she picked him by default. And so I didn't like that element. And so I think that's why it goes from a 4 to a 3.5 for me. But we'll see what the girls think. Yeah, we have book club next Friday, so we'll probably talk about it. That might end up in a vlog, who knows? But Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It was a fun read. And I thought like it was great. I don't know, I think you can go into it being like, oh, someone semi-famous wrote this book, I'm gonna judge it pretty harshly, but I thought it was fun. And I was just like, yeah, she should be proud that she wrote this book. And so Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, that's that one. And then the last one that I'm gonna talk about is one that I actually got this week, and it was not on my TBR, but I'm gonna post a video about my journey of finding this book. But I basically have just been wanting more Christian fiction books that are clean, and one of my favorite Christian fiction authors, I just like stumbled across this book in a random video I watched, and that is The Not So Neutral Zone. So from the cover you can tell she's a hockey themed book, which is all the rage, but I've been wanting to read hockey books, but I don't want the smutty sexual scenes that come with them, so I just haven't been reading them. And I found this, and it's Christian author, she wrote it with her daughter, and I read this in like 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 maybe, and it was just so sweet, so cute. The premise of it is that he is a hockey player and she is, well, she's kind of trying to figure out her career, but she's currently trying to crack into like the event planning world. But basically they met by chance in Barcelona one night and had this really beautiful night together of just chatting and getting to know each other. They went out to dinner, they shared a kiss, and then he just kind of like leaves without a trace, no explanation. They don't know each other's last names, and so they don't know what to do. And then it jumps forward 6 months to the present day, and he needs to like kind of fix his reputation a bit because this girl has accused him of being a player, and so his management are like, you need a girlfriend to fix all the issues. Classic. They run into each other, and she kind of is wanting to save face a little bit with her family so that they don't just like worry about her and think that she's the sad sack who doesn't have a boyfriend, doesn't have a job, all those kind of things. And so they come up with an agreement to fake date, but the whole time they just both like each other. And I think sometimes with fake dating, people get frustrated because it's like, oh my gosh, it's so obvious that you like each other, this is ridiculous, like kind of the miscommunication trope gets chucked in there as well. But I think what I really liked about their fake dating is that like they did just very organically develop feelings for each other, and none of it was like, oh no, like he couldn't possibly like me because this is fake. Like it didn't have any of that, which I really liked. It just felt like their relationship progressed so naturally, and I really liked that. And then it had some faith and Christian things sprinkled in there, which I thought were really beautiful. There's like this one moment where one of them was just like, oh, can I just pray? And I was like, ah! I loved it. It was so fun, and I have given this one 4 stars. It was just so cute, so fun. The next one actually comes out in like a week, so by the end of June the next one will be out, which I'm very, very, very excited for. I'll probably buy it pretty quickly, but I highly recommend this. It's clean, it's safe, it's beautiful, it's a fun time. You should read it. So that is all the books. Okay, it is technically the 26th of June, so I have 4 more days until the end of this month to finish bits of my TBR, which I have these books up here because they are from my, oh, that book's gonna fall again, because they're from my June TBR, and I am currently in this one. I've started it, but I'm very much at the start, but this is what I'm gonna aim to read by the end of this month. And then unfortunately I did not get to Good Material or Never, but I really do want to read both of these, so I'm hoping that a prompt from today's jar could result in me reading these, or I may just decide to replace some. But anyway, we are gonna move on from our June TBR and start our July one. Hopefully we have some good prompts coming out today. So our first one is ooh, a new author to me. Oh my gosh. A new author to me. I've never read a Dolly Alderton book. Have we just found the perfect prompt to allow me to read this? I think we have, because, okay, let me just like do this properly, see if there's any others on here. No, 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 no. No. Oh, technically I could do Emma of 83rd Street as well. I literally think everyone else on here are books that I have read before, or like authors. Oh, there's a few, but I don't really feel like reading them this month. Okay, so these are our 2 that we're choosing from, Emma of 83rd Street and Good Material. So this one is set in New York City. It's just like a fun romance, I think. It says Jane Austen's Emma meets the misadventures of Manhattan's modern dating scene in this witty and romantic debut novel. Oh, it's her first book, so no wonder I haven't read her. So, charming and clever, Emma Woodhouse is used to getting her way. She's content living in her tight-knit Upper East Side neighborhood, maintaining perfect grades at university and keeping an eye on her lonely father. Oh, matchmaking hobby. If only George Knightley, her annoying neighbor and childhood friend, would get out of her way. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like Emma and George have known each other pretty much their whole lives, but they now live next door to each other in New York. What are the chances? And I think she's trying to matchmake everyone. He thinks she's a spoiled brat. And then, yeah, it says like, but will anyone ever take her seriously? So I feel like she's just kind of like, it's like a coming of age type book, but she's like in university. So fun city little romance. And then this one, I don't know if I actually even read it out last time, but I think Andy and his girlfriend have just broken up, and he's trying to figure out why that happened. So it says, Andy loves Jen loved Andy, and he can't work out why she stopped. Now he is 1, without a home, 2, waiting for his stand-up career to take off, and 3, wondering why everyone else around him seems to have grown up while he wasn't looking. So I guess both of them are trying to figure out their place in the world. I think I'm going to go with this one just because I did really want to read it last time, and I feel like I've read a lot of romance books as of late, so I feel like reading one that might be a little bit more general fiction feels like the vibe. So I'm going to go with this one for an author that is new to me. Okay. Oh, let me put that back there. Oh, that didn't work. Oof. So we are on to prompt number 2. Okay. Oh, a book that intimidates you. Hey guys, I don't want you to be annoyed with me, but I think I know which book this has to be. Actually, there's 2 it could be. But actually, I know that I'm doing that as an excuse, but there's Adelaide, which I started reading, I think last year I started it, and it was quite heavy, full on at the start. So if you're going to pick up this book, it comes with lots of trigger warnings, I will say. It was quite heavy at the start, and then I think I just got distracted by something else and I never came back to it. But I think because it started off like that, it did kind of scare me a little bit. I was like, ooh, okay. There's that.
Sorry.
And then there is Bookbinder of Jericho, which this is like the third time I would be choosing this if I choose this one. Oh, but I think that I haven't gotten to it because it does intimidate me. I don't know. I know Shah's probably screaming and telling me to read this one. I think I will. I think I will choose this one, guys. Hopefully third time's a charm and we will finally tick this off with a TBR. So Bookbinder of Jericho it is. In Adelaide will be attempted another time. Okay, book number 3, everybody. Oh, I just saw a prompt I really don't want to pick up. Oh, I hope I didn't get that one. Oh, no way. An author's debut novel. Okay, well, we know which one that is because I don't really know what else I have that would be someone's first novel. Okay, well, let's go Emma of the 83rd Street. Maybe a fun little romance will actually balance out this and this. Okay, well, that's an easy pick and you already know what it's about. So Emma of 83rd Street, we will lock that one in. So an author's debut novel. Gosh, where are my book that intimidates you? And a new author to me. Yep, there are prompts. Okay, cool. And our last but not least, because I'll also have a book club book chucked in the middle of this once we meet next week. Oh, I just knocked one out. Okay. A book with an even amount of pages. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, so for this one, I can pretty much just like pick some ones that I want to read and see if they have an even amount. So, okay, what do I want to read? Oh, guys, I just really wish I had the second one of this. This is the third one, but I need the second one. So I really want to read it. What do I want to read? Oh, I want to read this one. Oh, Not If I Save You First. So let's see if it has... Oh, is that... Oh, I was hoping that was an epilogue. Dang, 293 pages. Dang, okay, so not that. Gosh, I feel like I've been like churning through my TBR lately, so now I don't know. I could see what the third book in this has, because if I read Wicked King, then I could just move on to this. Is that an epilogue? Please be an epilogue, because I think I just saw an odd number. 305, not that one. Maybe I could chuck this one in here, because this is another one I didn't read in a previous TBR that I have still been wanting to read. 416! Yes, okay, I think we have our winner. Truly Devious. I've been wanting to read this and it was in my first TBR video, I think. And I think I've just been a little bit nervous of this because when I bought it, I didn't realize it was the start of a series. And so I think I've just been like, oh, well, whenever I start it, I'm going to want to read the other ones. But I actually don't know that. I might not like it. So I think I will do this one because it's like a bit of a murder mystery in a school, I'm pretty sure. Wait, let's see. Yeah, Ellingham Academy private school girl in famous private school in Vermont. And there was a murder that happened, many years later. Oh, wait. Wife and daughter were kidnapped. The only clue was a mocking riddle listing methods of murder, signed with the frightening pseudonym Truly Devious. Their disappearance became one of the great unsolved crimes in history. Many years later, true crime aficionado Stevie Bell is set to begin her first year at the academy and she's determined to solve this cold case. So I think it's the start of like murder mystery vibe. I have a feeling each book's a different mystery, but I actually have no idea because I haven't read it. So I think this will be our TBR. So we've got Good Material by Dolly Alderton, which is an author that is new to me. We have Bookbinder of Jericho by Pip Williams, which is a book that intimidates me. Emma of 83rd Street by Audrey Bellezza and Emily Harding, who it's a debut novel, and Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, who Maureen Johnson actually used to write books with John Green. I think if you've read Let It Snow, that's Maureen Johnson. So I'm excited. Wait, let me rearrange that just so it like looks a little nicer. I feel like, yeah, so these are the books for the TBR. We'll see what I get to, and thanks for choosing them with me. I will give a wrap up of these in the next book. Hopefully in the next video, hopefully I've gotten to all of them, but let me know your thoughts if you've read any of them, and if you loved them. If you didn't love them, that's okay too. We'll see what I think as I read them, and I will see you in the next video. So God bless you. Bye.